And joining us now is Anupam Kapil. He is an astrologer and a numerologist as well. Thank you very much, Mr. Kapil, for speaking with India today. Now the totality has set in. The red moon, the blood moon is visible in India across many cities. Can you explain us a little bit what the ancient wisdom that we have says about a full lunar eclipse and what it means for us?
I would say in brief, firstly, I would like to compliment Ashutosh Sharma, your correspondent, who was giving a brilliant commentary. In fact, a lot of his inputs were also astrological, like he described Varahamira, Brahma Gupta, Surya Siddhanta. And I would like to say Varahamira was also not only a good astronomer, but also a very good astrologer. The Brihad Brihad Samhita, written by him, has in fact, people, I hear a lot of debates on various TV channels where the uh, scientists are saying that, today we have advanced so much and we are looking at it from an observational point and we have removed the superstitious aspect. See, I want to say one thing. The research which was done on the lunar and solar eclipses and their exact effects which are going to happen on the earth, on the inhabitants, is very well documented. We have not been able to communicate that vast kind of literature which is available. And the scientists today are not doing some great discoveries which were not already discovered. If you read the Brihad Samhita, Brihad Jataka, the impact, even they've talked about the halos after the solar eclipse or the lunar eclipse, and the real impact of the effect of the eclipse is seen on the next day. Like for a solar eclipse, you have to see the sunrise time, how whether it's a red line around the sun or whether some other color hue is there. For a lunar eclipse like today, after the eclipse, what kind of halo comes? Or if there is a halo covering the moon, then the praja or the citizens suffer and it brings illnesses. In solar eclipse, it was said that you should not eat food and you should keep a fast. There was scientific reason to it because suddenly the light is being cut off, the sunlight is being cut off, and there is a sudden electrical disturbance in the body. And so the practice of japas, I mean, recitation of mantras has been advised. The best kind of remedy, what has been said, is Nama Japa. You see, the etheric fields between the earth and the celestial bodies, they become very close. And so any mantra or recitation done during this period gives an impact of more than 10,000 times. It has also been said that the Chaturthi, the lunar phase, the fourth day of the moon phase, Chaturthi, Ashtami, Amavas, that is no moon, and full moon. Nobody should indulge in physical intercourse as these deplete the energy levels. Now, the Vastu Shastra, and if you look at now, you're saying that why are we advised to bathe in the rivers? In the Chandrakala Nadi and other books, and in the Uttarkal Amrit, it is prescribed that bathing in the rivers of which are holy rivers, or a sea like Rameshwaram, they are supposed to be very auspicious in wiping off your bad karmas when you recite the mantras. And therefore, the water is just not H2O. So you have water therapy when we put the thumb in downwards in the water and recite a mantra. The molecules of water also have a memory. And so when you program that, it becomes healing water with an intention and a mantra. And 70% of the composition in your body, more than 75%, is of water. So there are so many kind of things, and lot of water has lot of ability to hold power and vibrations. As you see, even in the Lumeria civilization, which went underwater, the crystal civilization also, like crystals, also have some water molecules, and it is trapped in that. So you have seen the Shiva lingas, which are made up of crystal, and then you program and you do a sankalpa and pour water over it. So there is a manifestation of your thought into a form. So japa, vibration, mantra chanting, they are audible. They connect the audible with the inaudible. Because when I'm saying something, this frequency or voice of every syllable has a certain defined frequency. Each and every letter has a defined frequency. So for destructive purposes in mantra, thum, 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 dhum, dhum. I'm just giving you an example for activating the Lakshmi Bij or the Lam. When you do Lam, the vibration travels down. When you do Reem or you do Ram, 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 Reem, it is just going till here. When you want to blow off a candle, the aspiration sound of the letter S, the hissing sound is uttered. No other vibration is going to blow off the candle. So this is very, our rishis have documented everything, and the energies available in every nakshatra are different. Now, this eclipse is happening in the nakshatra. It's starting in the nakshatra of Satabhisha, which belongs to Rahu, and it is going to end in Purva Bhadrapada nakshatra, which is otherwise considered a very destructive nakshatra, meant for doing nefarious activities and creating spells, incantations, black magic, etc. If we go on the occult path. So, when we are meditating at this time and doing a continuous repetition of mantra, it may be a simple Nam Japa like Om Namah Shivaya or Om Vasudevaya Namah. Continuously, the effect is going to be manifold. So, people who are adepts in Tantra, who are on the path of Siddhis, when they do their Diksha mantra, they get Siddhi during this time because the impact is more than 10,000 times. Now, of these, what is of material interest to your readers that I would like to say, the natural question which comes to mind is which are the, because this is a selfish reason, everybody wants to know who's going to get benefited in this and who's going to have some harm, what kind of precautions one must take. So let us start with the sign of Aries. In the sign of Aries, this particular eclipse is taking place in the fifth house of your chart. The fifth house is also of children. So some problem connected to children, examinations is seen. If we go to Taurus, this is happening in the fourth house. The fourth house stands for mother, property, and peace of mind. So as the sun gets afflicted between the fourth and 10th axis, so some kind of issues and concern relating these three things which I've just said is likely to manifest. For Mithun or Gemini, this is happening in the third house, and this is going to be a good period of achievement for them. For Karka Rashi or Cancer moon sign or even Lagna, this particular event is happening in the eighth house. And since this is the Rashi Lord or the Lagna Lord, and it is involved, the eighth house is not a good house. Second house Lord Sun is also involved here in this particular axis of the second and eighth axis. So connected with finances and connected with your own health. These things have to be taken good care of. Now, when we move to Leo, the sun is involved in the eclipse, the Rashi Lord, and it is situated in the seventh house. So you have to be very careful about partnerships, not getting into any kind of squabbles or enmity or harsh words with your partners, or even your married partner or your wife can be considered as a partner. Now we move on to Virgo. It is happening in the Virgo Rashi or for the Virgo Lagna. This is happening in their sixth house. So, sixth house health has certainly to be taken care of. But on the material front, this will give you victory over enemies. Now we move to Tula Rashi or Libra. For Libra, this is a good kind of, because this is happening in the fifth and 11th axis. So gain by speculation and increase in financial opportunities is seen. For Scorpio, this particular axis is the fourth and 11th. The fourth house is the mother and property, and there is going to be some kind of domestic tension. So it's better that Scorpio does a lot of chanting of Om Namah Shivaya to bring peace. For Sagittarius, this is a good kind of event happening in the third and ninth axis, and there may be some spiritual travel which would be gainful. Otherwise, they say the nakshatra in which the eclipse is taking place, this should be avoided. And for 7 days, nobody should travel or do any auspicious activities. This is for all the moon signs and sun signs or whatever ascendant the person is. Now we come to the 10th sign, that is Capricorn. For Capricorn, there's a lot of care to be taken because this is eighth lord is being involved in the second house. So both finances and health, you're prone to accidents, because of carelessness or just momentary loss of attention or reflex. Capricorn has to take a lot of care in this.
we go to we go to Aquarius. This is the sign which is directly afflicted because it is happening in Aquarius. Here, there is going to be a lot of confusion and pressure, and
Right.
don't take any of decisions in the next 6 to 7 days. And the last Rashi is Pisces.
Okay,
And for
let's get the
Pisces,
Pisces in first.
yeah, sorry.
Yes, please finish your thought for the Pisces.
Yeah. So the last Rashi which we go to is Pisces, and in Pisces, this is the 12th house.
So medical expenses will be on the rise,
Okay.
and you might have to go and visit somebody in the hospital.
Okay.
But having said all this, how is it going to pan out for the world? You see, when events happen across the world before the eclipse, just 10-15 days before, a lot of things start happening because of the shift in cosmic energies.
Okay.
Now, since it is happening in Leo and Cancer, these are connected with the sun and moon. So these are the rashis of the rulers.
Okay.
So you see a spate of resignations of rulers across the world, or turmoil. Like you see, Venezuela has been threatened by Donald Trump. Donald Trump himself is a Leo ascendant where Mars is there. And
Okay.
this particular eclipse is happening on his ascendant over Mars.
Well, the Prime Minister
Mars
of Japan resigned today, so I guess
is
we
ruled by
can
Mars also,
sort of
and
connect
Mars
it to
says
that.